Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Cookies. My name is Lindsay, and that sound you heard was Nick. He's over here too. We are so glad you're joining us.
He's over here too.
This fabulous Friday. Oh man,
I'm over here too.
Yeah, he's over here too. We're so glad you're joining us. If you have never listened to our show, we like to talk about life, leadership, parenting, all in a positive mindset. Sometimes we rant, but we try to keep it short. So
We don't rant. You rant.
yeah. Sure.
No, really, it's me who rants.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just call it what it is.
And we go live every morning, every workday morning around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn Live. So if you want to be part of the comments and the audience that takes us off on tangents sometimes, come join us on one of those platforms. We're looking forward to seeing you there. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning.
Can you turn my toggle on? Because it really
No.
throws me off.
No, I cannot. I can't
you.
do it. I can't do it. It's
Yes, you
it cannot happen.
You can.
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
It's already done.
Thank you.
It's already done.
I know. I see it.
You're welcome. You're welcome, y'all.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome. So, good morning, everyone. Thank you guys for joining us this morning. Good morning, Angelina Rosalie times. Oh, Angelina again. And then, good morning, Dad. How you doing? Got people in the comments already blowing them up. It's great to see you guys this morning. Good morning, Chance. Good morning, sweet Amber. Hey, you guys are on my personal profile. Come join us on the show profile, okay? If you're joining us on LinkedIn, good morning to you guys, and good morning, YouTube. There we go. I think I covered all of them, right? So thank you guys for joining us. We're going to do a little split screen action.
Did you get LinkedIn?
I did. That was the second one that I did. You should have been paying attention. It has been like this all morning, y'all.
Ouch.
Like this all morning, but it's been the opposite direction. We get on camera, and all of a sudden, Lindsay becomes the nice person.
I'm always nice. I'm the sweet cookie part of this. Coffee and cookies. He's the...
You do realize that Dustin's going to join the comments at some point in time and be like,
She's amazing. That's what he's going to say. She's amazing. That's why I married her.
Got
That's
it.
what he would say.
Got it. Chance, how you doing this morning, brother? All right, so listen. We have to get the number one announcement is tonight.
Yes.
At
7 p.m.
Amber came and joined us over on the channel. Thank you for joining us over here on the channel. Go ahead.
Sorry. 7 p.m. tonight, we're going to have our first in-person event, coining it, thanks to Thomas, cannolis, cappuccinos and cannolis.
Yep.
It is a come and go as you please, take care of your own tab, but come join us. Come have fun. There's going to be possibly live music if the weather
Permits.
Mm-hmm. If not, we're going to move the party inside. So
We're gonna move yes, we will. Yes, we will. Either way, this is happening.
Will be there.
Either way, this is happening. This is happening. So you should just come join us.
Yes.
Do it.
We're excited to meet you. And we're going to have Thomas via FaceTime
I'm bringing the tripod out. So we might just flat out go live while we're there.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Just on the channel, just on the Facebook channel.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. There you go. So you might be on the Coffee and Cookies evening show.
What?
Don't even get your wheels turning, Nick.
Why not? That would be fun. We have a morning show and an evening show. Like, I would never see my family, you know? Amber gave me the nicest compliment last night. She's like, during the day. So right now we have 3 daughters and we have the 4th on the way. Mm-hmm. And Amber's like, all day, like I have to keep up with the girls. And you come home, just like this weight lifts.
Aww.
Because you get to engage with the girls and I love it because I love my kids, right? Mm-hmm. So I get to engage, and I didn't realize that it was such a relief to her when I come home, which is we're going to make it a little bit more of a point. I might start bringing my laptop home more often, except for after the kids go to bed. No, I'm not, because after the kids go to bed, then you got to clean the kitchen, you got to get a workout in, you got to get shower and everything
spend
else.
time with your
Yeah,
wife
never mind.
kinda
Like
thing.
work at night's just not going to happen. I'm gonna sit here and try to say it's going to happen, but it's really not.
Yeah.
Oh, Diane. So we're going to have it at Pizzeria Testa.
Yes. I thank you.
Thank you,
Totally forgot
Diane.
about that. Yeah. Pizzeria Testa in Frisco Square.
At 7:00.
7 p.m. tonight.
Come join us.
They're expecting us. Tell them you're with Coffee and Cookies or
Correct.
Nick and Lindsay.
There you go. Right?
So,
Right?
Yay.
So to finish my story, my wife fell asleep on the couch. I'm taking care of the kids. And my youngest one, Sydney, when Amber's not home, Daddy can put Sydney to bed, no problem.
But she can feel mom's
No,
presence.
not feel, see. She saw Amber. She saw Amber sleeping on the couch. And when I picked her up, she looked at me and she has this thing with this eyebrow. Like she has the growl face.
She has a vein.
No,
a
just the
vein that
growl.
pops.
No, not a vein, just her eyebrows. Her eyebrows. Like, you know when this child's serious.
Oh,
There's
I
no
know.
question,
But,
right?
like all three of your girls have that face. All three of them.
I picked her up. She looked at me. I saw the eyebrows go down, and then I felt the lungs fill with air.
It was like in slow motion.
It was slow motion. And she let out this scream that was right in my ear. And I am not lying to you. My ear hurt. It hurt for the next like 20 minutes.
Aw,
And
poor Nick.
it was actually quite funny. I was kind of laughing about it later. And so my other two were great. They got into bed and I walked in because I put Sydney down. She's screaming. And, I put the other two to bed and I was like, Dad, why do you have to go take care of Sydney? I was like, do you hear Sydney? She goes, yes, Sydney's angry. That's why Daddy has to go take care of Sydney. Right?
Yeah.
So it was a great good morning, Vic. Thank you for joining us this morning, brother. And by the way, Diane, thank you for joining us, and for the reminder of,
Are we going to be able to see her tonight?
I don't know. That's a great question for her. Maybe she'll let us know in the
Yes.
comments.
So excited.
So it was a great round robin. And I walk out after putting Sydney down and I look at Amber and I say, you are no longer allowed to fall asleep on the couch when I put the kids to bed. And
You have to fall asleep in the bed.
You have to go to the bedroom. You have to be out of sight. You have to be, no, I'm not doing this again. Because I walked back in and I rocked Sydney and I got her calm. And the second I went to lay her down, mama. And then lay her down and it was like a tornado siren going off in the household. Goodness, I love that little squishy person. But Lord knows it just is. So that is my story. Diane, oh, you can check with Aaron? Okay. Hey, y'all both come on out. Get a babysitter. Go drop them off at MJ's.
Yep. I like this idea.
Right? Diane and Aaron? Yep, always. Okay, so thank you guys for listening to my story. Hopefully it gives you just a little piece of knowing that
hope.
a little hope that even though that my kids are amazing, that I still have some daddy, daddy gets to get screamed at in the ears at times. So just take that and know that I love you guys. Cassie's going to come out and join us tonight. That's awesome. Cassie's going to be so great to see you.
Yes. I love seeing Cassie.
Right? We have great people that watch the show with us. I don't know why they do it at times, but I do know. They do it so they go, oh, our life is so much better.
I know, right? Like, wow. I feel good about myself now.
I feel good about with what they're going through. My life seems easy. That's exactly what this audience says.
I
Like,
love it.
oh, you had to have a kid scream in your ear to the point where like it rang, like it hurt. It hurt for like 20 minutes. And
I wonder who she gets that from.
Oh, it's me. Oh, I know. I know where my girls' voices come from. My wife is the sweetest, nicest.
I know.
So here we go,
She's
right?
So gentle.
So Isla hasn't figured out balance yet. Isla either has Amber's voice, super sweet and kind, or she has Daddy's voice, super loud. She hasn't figured out her balance yet. It's so funny because we'll be sitting in the truck and I'll be like, sweetheart, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. And then she'll switch into daddy voice. And it's like, oh, sweetheart, I heard you. I heard you. Yes, ma'am. We're still in the truck. It's
funny.
just so interesting how kids, the kids really pick up on everything that you are. Everything that you are. My daughter yesterday took apart a computer with me. London took apart. So Diane's computer finally failed. It was overheating, and the fan motor blew on it. So Diane's like, "Hey, I still need the hard drive." Obviously, who are you going to give it to? The techie guy of the household, right?
Yep.
So I go and I sit down and I get everything out, and London goes, "Well, can I do that?" And legit, she unscrewed all the screws. I showed her how to pop the laptop cover. She helped with that. And then the next thing you know, I get the hard drive out. She helps me install the hard drive into the hard drive case, right? Which, Diane, I know I gave you the hard drive case. Do not connect the power supply. I hope you're watching right now. I asked you to call me before you tried to use that hard drive case. Do not plug in the power supply. You will fry the hard drive. Okay?
I would listen to him.
Yes, when it comes to technology, just listen to Nick.
Yep.
Okay? And at the end of it was... So we got the hard drive out. Of course, I take out the battery, right? Daddy takes out the battery. Don't need things exploding in the household.
Oh, that's no fun.
Right. And then she proceeds to take the entire rest of the computer apart. Puts all the screws on my little screw measure thing, the little grid you put, she put them all in place. She was taking things out. She pulled out everything. And she's like, Daddy, can I take another one apart? I'm like, she's so my daughter. She's
awesome.
so my daughter.
That's awesome.
Okay, now you ready for the other side of it?
Let's hear it.
So we have this, it's, you use it in chemistry class. It has a flat bottom. And then it kind of triangles to the top. Using chemistry, you put liquids in it and you heat up liquids in it. And then it has a little tube at the top. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
It's a beaker of some sort,
Okay.
right? Well, she's putting Play-Doh in the beaker, and it's a little top, and it triangles out. Okay. Are you not getting what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm just thinking of how to clean that up. And
Oh my goodness,
how much
right?
of a mess that
Right.
was.
So she's putting Play-Doh in. She's breaking it up and she's putting it in this beaker. And I'm like, sweetheart, please stop.
Yes.
And she's like,
in a beaker. You're right.
It's a beaker. Yep. And she's like, oh, okay. So she stops. And I'm like, okay, so now how are you going to get all that Play-Doh out?
Yeah.
And she looks at me and she takes this tube. And I'm like, sweetheart, what are you doing? I'm like, if you push that Play-Doh down, it's going to be harder to get out. She's like, no, Daddy. No, Daddy. And then she pushes it all the way down.
Oh, no.
Oh, goodness. No, I was able to.
Forever beaker of Play-Doh.
No, I was able to get it out. I was able to get a Play-Doh cutter thing in there. And at first I let her try to scoop it out. And she got so frustrated.
Right?
So frustrated.
Well, it's a good lesson.
And I said, this is why you listen to Daddy. You don't have to. And so here we go, right? Because, and you parents need to take note of this. Your kids need to listen to you. They don't need to listen to every other adult because there's creepy people out there, but they need to listen to you. So I explained that to her. I was like, you have to listen to Daddy. Daddy always has your best interest at heart. When I tell you not to do something, trust me on this. You don't have to listen to every parent, every adult, but you must listen to Daddy. And of course, she got frustrated. So of course I took care of it. Then she was required to clean up all the Play-Doh. But it was the mischievous look that I got
Before she pushed it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, before she
Daddy,
slammed it
I
all
know
down.
better. I know better.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. She's only 6 and I'm already
She is your daughter.
Oh man. Lindsay, goodness. Goodness gracious.
Oh, that was a good one.
Thank you for that.
You're
I
welcome.
think. Oh, that's good. All right, so here we go. Let's actually talk about some actual things. Thank you
Yes.
guys for letting me share my dad stories. Hopefully they inspire you with your kids or give you some good ideas, or maybe you're just like, oh my gosh, thank God. Some other parent has struggles the same way I do, right?
Yep.
So are you ready for this?
We have so many topics on our...
No. But we're going to go into one topic. We're going to go into one topic.
Which of the 17 on this page would you like to talk about?
It's the first one. So there are people that are not active in their kids' lives, and then they try to come back in to their kids' lives, and they immediately try to discipline. And I'm going to ask you a question. Have you earned the right to discipline those kids? Okay? I'm going to ask you one more time.
A loaded question.
Have you earned the right to discipline those kids?
You're talking about a parent that's not in the picture.
Parent that's not in the picture, and then now it comes back into the picture, and you will hear, and this got sparked from a conversation that I was having with an individual. You will hear people say, "Oh, that parent can't be that kid's friend." Okay, correct. I agree with that. But as the parent coming back into a kid's life, you also don't have the right to discipline that kid.
Why?
Because you haven't earned the trust, you haven't earned the love, you haven't earned the respect because you've been out of the picture. So you're out of the picture for 3, 4, 5, 10 years. You don't get to come into that into that household now or into that kid's life now and start laying down laws. You don't have the right to. Are you ready for this? Let's take this into corporate. You have a new lieutenant. You have in the military, you have a new lieutenant. You have a new commander. Maybe you have a new boss, manager, supervisor, whomever it needs to be. And they come in and they just start laying down laws. Well, hold on a second. And then they get surprised. They get surprised when the people that they're just now started officially leading start giving them pushback. Okay? You haven't earned the right. I understand that you have the title parent. I understand that you have the title manager, supervisor, VP, director, CEO. Okay? But you haven't earned the right yet. We don't know anything about you. There's no trust there. You haven't laid out any kind of expectations for companies in the direction you're taking the company or the direction you're taking the department or the direction you're taking the team. You just walked in and started laying down laws. And where this comes from is I was speaking with an individual and they were help coaching a parent that was about to come into this kid's world. And they actually said, this person's about to come in and we're going to have to start disciplining the kids. And I was like, whoa, hold on. You haven't earned the right. You haven't been in that kid's life. All you're going to do is create resentment. So then comes the question, okay, Nick, I hear you. What do you do? If you are a parent that has been away from kids and you're going to come back into these kids' lives, the first thing you need to do is ask them questions. Let them open up. Take them out for ice cream. Okay? Go do something that they want to do. Take them out to go to Top Golf. Take them out to go golfing. Take them out to go watch a sport. Take them out. Start creating some kind of a relationship there. Start building some trust there. I mean, we're talking about this in business all the time. You need to create know, like, and trust. Do I have KLT? Know, like, and trust. We talk about this in business all the time, but in parenting, you have to have that as well. So that's where I'm getting that's the point. Do you have the right to discipline? Probably not. And if you're going to do that, create your KLT first. Give it some time. Okay? It's funny. One of the best books I've ever read was and I'm not going to tell you the book because I can't remember. I remember the story. Okay? A new CEO came into play. And for the first 3 months, all she did was observe. She didn't walk in and go, here's the new direction of the company. She said she walked in and she did nothing but observe. And this is someone in a C-suite, okay? All she did was observe. And she wrote notes. She took time to do the research that was needed so that when she decided to roll out her plan, she knew what people needed to be in what positions because she took time to learn the company. Vic, great point. Even as a stepfather, I have to create trust with them first. And that right there is a perfect point on the parenting side. That is a perfect point on the parenting side. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to read some of the comments real quick. We try to take a parenting role when they've been absent. You're right, Amber, and that's it, right? Perfect. Love it, Rosalie. Develop the relationship first. So here we go, right? The reason why I bring this up is this came from a conversation that I was having with an individual. And the conversation I'm having with you as the audience right now is the same conversation I had with her. Was, I understand that you want to come in and you want to start disciplining and you can't do that. You don't have the right to do that. Well, Nick, what gives you the authority or the knowledge to speak about this? Because I've lived it. I have 110,000% lived it. And when I write my book, this whole thing will be an entire chapter in my book. Okay? So when I'm speaking to you this way, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is on the personal side and this is on the business side. I've been in both situations. So when I'm speaking to you this way, understand that this is coming from someone who has had to live this, okay? And been on not just the receiving side of this, but as a coach, having to be on the, I need to create that know, like, and trust as a coach before I can start disciplining or teaching these kids. So I've been on both sides of this. Okay. You've been really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree or disagree?
I agree to a point.
Okay, go ahead. I want to hear your side.
Well, see, I don't know if I have my entire why figured out.
Take your time then. You have about 30 seconds.
I know. Thanks. Take your time in the next 30 seconds. Go.
I don't need you to have your completely hammered out why, but just let's have the conversation.
Not every situation permits for that time.
Great point.
Mm-hmm.
That is an absolute great point.
Yeah. I know. That's why I said it.
So
all I could think about when you were talking is, well, I had flashbacks actually of when I was my first year teaching, my first, second, third year teaching, and the struggles that I went through of trying to create that trust, and the kids that I was working with didn't know how to respond the way that I was building it. It wasn't so much that I was doing it wrong, but I wasn't doing it the way that my audience knew. So when I switched and I put the law in place first, and I was consistent with my rules, that's when I earned their respect.
Interesting.
And trust.
Interesting. Now, here's the word that's the difference. Discipline. Not rules, not expectations. When I talk about discipline, I mean correcting. When I talk about discipline, I mean spanking. When I talk about discipline, I mean actual discipline. No, but you do.
But you talk about that.
You do. It's just different. You write people up, right?
Because of the rules, because of the expectations.
And you come in and on the company side, you overhaul things, okay? And then you start writing people up, or you start having one-on-one conversations of why is this or why is that, right? Or you take a company that who was it? Nolan? Was it Nolan? It was either Nolan or Cassie was telling me a story about this company that the new CEO came in. No, it wasn't Nolan. It wasn't Cassie.
It was this non-book that he read.
No. No, was it Narmeen? Nope. Man, it was someone.
Anyway, what was the
Anyway,
story?
they came in, and because they didn't believe in the current company culture, they 180 the company culture. That company went from over 300 employees down to 3. Wow. Okay. Why? They came in and they were like, here's the law. Instead of taking the time to learn and create trust, they came in and laid down the law, but they laid down the law in the wrong way. Now, here we go, right? When you're talking about teaching, okay, yes, there's a difference. When I'm a coach, when I was a coach, still am, and I would get a new class, the first thing I do is I would come out a little bit harder, okay, and then I would lighten up as I would go through it, right? But guess what? Everyone knew I was the coach, right? There was already an expectation. There was already an understanding there.
Correct.
What I'm talking about here is someone that is unknown, someone that is unfamiliar.
But
and maybe I didn't set the expectation in the beginning.
Every teacher, every coach with a new class is unknown to those kids.
But the ideology is not unknown. You're a teacher. You're a coach. I know my coach is going to push me. I know my coach is going to make me better. I know my teacher's here to teach me. I know my CEO is hopefully here to lead the company in the right direction. But unfortunately, I've seen lots of CEOs take companies and tank them.
That's subjective.
There you go, Diane. And Diane, great point. Consistency, right? One of the things that I actually struggle with is being consistent. And I've actually, and that's actually why I've had to create like my rules of 5, my rules of 3. It's not for everyone else.
It's for Nick.
It's for me. Before I spank my kids, have I gone through my 4 steps before I got to spanking? Right. Like
it's a self check. Not a
it
kid
is
check.
absolutely a self check. It is a Nick. It is absolutely. It is a Nick check. And here's why. As a visionary. And I didn't understand this till recently. As a visionary, because I can go from one direction to another direction so fast I make people's heads spin, give people whiplash.
Yeah.
If I don't have these checks in place, I will completely isolate the integrators in my life. I will completely isolate the people who need that consistency in my life.
Yeah. I have my neck brace down below.
Ow. Ow. Man. But seriously, like I go back and I look at some of the ways that I used to be, and man, why wasn't I able to lead these people? And that's because that's what I was doing. One day they would get happy Nick. The next day they would get drill sergeant Nick. The next day they would get sad Nick. And I was letting my emotions dictate my days instead of me choosing to dictate my days. Oh my goodness, I need to write that down. Angelina, can you write that down for me, please? Like what made me a great coach was I was really high energy, right? But those were my good days. On my bad days, I was drill sergeant Nick. And now I can go back and I can see how this up and down, and it wasn't like a little up and down. It was these massive waves that I was putting myself through, and therefore putting the people around me through. So I need to be more consistent. And the way I get more consistent is by having these rules in my life, these rule of 3, the rule of 5, and things of that nature.
These checklists.
What?
Checklists are helping a visionary?
Oh my goodness. That's almost like a dirty word, checklist. That's
a dirty word.
That's why I don't call them checklists. They're called rules. Okay.
That's hilarious.
You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Hopefully that helped you somewhere in there today. And you're like, oh, that's a great idea. I need to have rules of 5. And if you're okay, so here we go. Rules of 5, right? Rules of 5 for discipline. Positive reinforcement. Setting the expectation. Push-ups. Why? I don't like spanking my kids. Okay. Then if that doesn't work, setting the expectation, spankings. Okay. And my girls know this. They know the formula. Okay. And because of that, because they know it and I know it, there's a lot less spanking in my household. It's honestly a lot of it. It's so funny. The girls love doing push-ups now, especially when they're in a good mood. What's funny is when they're in a bad mood, the push-ups change them into good moods. If you are like a health expert, please explain to me how me having my kids do push-ups
I think it's called endorphins.
Push-ups release endorphins. Hey, everyone needs to do push-ups today. Like, hey, wherever you are, just dropping in me 10 push-ups. After the show today, after the show today, endorphins. Lindsay, we're going to do 10 push-ups. Nick will do 10 push-ups.
Yep.
Lindsay will do 1. 2?
I can do 5.
5. There you go. Okay, so I'm like London, you're like Isla. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna do a London set of push-ups, and you can do an Isla set of push-ups. And here we go. Right? If you do push-ups, if you get your push-ups in, I want you to let us know in the comments. Like, hey, I got 10 in. Like, I'm not asking you to do 10, 20, 30, or 40. I'm sorry, 20, 30, or 40. Get 5 or 10. 5 or 10.
So it's funny. Like, I can do more push-ups if I use an exercise ball, like put my feet on the exercise ball and do the push-ups that way. Isn't that crazy?
No, because then it actually engages more of your shoulders.
Is that it instead of just my arms? So my arms are weak.
Oh, hold on. No, because there's like different arm placement. Either engages the triceps, the chest, the shoulders.
Yeah.
So you want to work at the video you doing push-ups and then critique you.
No. There will be so much critiquing.
Oh. Well, hey, thank you guys for having this conversation with us today. This one was a little bit of heaviness, and the question is, have you earned the right to discipline your kids? Okay? Have you earned the right to discipline the kids? And with that, go and let us know in the comments. Like, do you see the personal, the home to business correlation? Okay. And do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I gave you 50. Oh, thank you, Vic. Vic, here you go.
Wow.
Vic took care of your push-ups.
And I know, right?
Have you seen that man? Of course he did.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. He's like a little bulldog.
Yeah.
Yep. Vic, I'm going to start. Oh, that just became your nickname. Vic the Bulldog. Vic the Bulldog. Yep. But what are you thinking over there?
I'm not a bulldog fan. All I think of is their wrinkly slobberiness. Like, that's what I think of when I think of a bulldog.
No.
Yeah.
No. You want to know what? Your ideology is wrong. It's okay.
It can be. I am not a dog person.
You're a cat person.
I do like cats better.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes, we will see you guys tonight. So, hey, where are you on your big 3? Get it done. Get it done and come celebrate with us tonight.
Yes.
We'll be at 7:00. We'll be at Pizzeria Testa. I will have my phone on me and a tripod in case we need to call some people. Thomas. And And you want to know what, Vic? Thank you for doing those push-ups for everyone. I think Angelina's thanking you too for doing the push-ups for her. Rosalie, I want to know if you're going to do your push-ups or you know. Oh, Diane agrees with you. Diane, you got to come join us on the other channel.
I don't even see her comments.
I know you don't see her comments. Only I get to see them. Ha ha ha. So hey, we love you guys. We'll see you tonight. Make sure you bring your positive today.
Yes.
Bring your positive today.
The world needs it.
And at the end of the day, understand these questions that we bring and the questions that we talk about, they're here not only to impart my thoughts on this and Lindsay's thoughts on this, but it's to get you to think. I need you to think for yourselves. Okay? Come up with your own ideas. All right? Mm-hmm. So, Diane, I will actually grab the link real quick and I will put it over on my personal profile. Lindsay, I need you to close this out.
Yes. From what point?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to close this out. Make sure that you
rise up
and crush it. Bye y'all.